Jeremy, you say, is there any hope then? He says, should I remain celibate? Virginity rocks. Let me say that from the bottom of my soul. Virginity does rock. And I believe that protecting your seed at all cost is real. I don't think I've ever gone into detail about this one, but let me be as candid and as real as I possibly can when I say things like this one. Your seed is special, right? Your swimmers are special, right? And you just can't be just giving that shit to just anybody. AKA, you just can't be out here making babies with just anybody. I would like to believe that as you as a man, not specifically you, but us as men in general, will be better about the choices that we make when it comes to dealing with the women that we choose to impregnate, right? I've had a multitude of friends who are kicking themselves in the ass because the young lady that they decided to get pregnant here in the Western world is giving them all types of hell, talking about, child support payments, and the general baby mama drama that could potentially happen. That's what they're going through right now. So when I say your seed is special, family, I mean it, right? I'm not sure if you're still a virgin, but that's none of my business. But virginity rocks, man. Let me keep it real, man. Your virginity and the protection of your seed is real to me. Like, you just can't be out here just giving that shit to everybody, right? Especially if you got something to lose. You seem like a well-to-do brother. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, anything that you have, you start dealing with the wrong type of woman, you could lose it. It could be however little or however big. That is the one thing that I've instilled in myself a long time ago, man. I just can't be out here in these streets, sleeping around and getting women pregnant. Hence the reason why you should protect yourself at all costs if you're going to engage in such activity, right? Protect your seed at all costs. Right? I'm not out here thinking that you're, Drake, or you're a hottest rapper in the streets and stuff like that. So whenever you happen to engage in certain types of activities with young ladies, you got to put hot sauce inside the condom or flush that bitch, But at the same time, when I say protect your seed, I mean, honestly, bro, flush that thing. Because if you don't flush it, that could be problematic for you. And again, I'm not saying that all the women that you engage in such activity with is out here talking about, oh, I'm trying to get pregnant by this dude. Right? It's not always like that. Again, I don't want to go to worst case scenario when I talk like this, but at the same time, I think it's in your best interest to think worst case scenario. That way you can protect yourself before it actually gets to worst case scenario. You know what I mean? You talking about a 10-year plus veteran in the Philippines, man. As far as I know, your boys done came out scot-free, right? As far as I know, I ain't got no little babies running around. And I thank God every day for that. Okay? I want you to understand that. The wife is looking at me right now. Wife, do you want to say hi to somebody? You want to say hi? You want to just peek in here so people don't think I'm lying? She was literally looking at me when I said this shit. That's the reason why I said it in front of her. See, that's the hand. Bye. Anyways, I'm just saying though, luckily, as far as I know, Doc ain't got no little runners around this bitch, right? So again, when I talk about the protection of your seed, I mean it. Don't look at me like that. Anyways, when I talk about the protection of your seed, I mean it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that I mean it is because I just don't want y'all getting caught up on some nonsense or some BS, right? It's very problematic for me to hear the stories about my brethren going through some bullshit because they decided to deal with the wrong type of woman. That hurts me because I'm like, damn, man, another one bites the dust. Fuck it. I mean, what you want me to tell you? Look, if she turned out to be crazy, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do for you? I can't do shit for you because you should have known from Jump Street how to protect yourself. But you want to play that game? You know what they say, man, play stupid game, win stupid prizes and shit. That's kind of like a Russian roulette when it comes to, not protecting yourself and ultimately, leaving your seed in places that don't belong. Okay? There is always hope in my mind, sir. There will always be hope in my mind. But at the same time, man, you just got to be careful, bro. You just really got to be careful. Because I've seen it happen to the best and the worst of men, right? I've seen it happen to a cocky dude who didn't give a fuck and he fucked around and found out. Had me rolling. So I'm like, yo, you was too cocky with it. You thought you was really going to skate, or you thought that you could do this to all these women and that was going to come back on you. I mean, again, that's your prerogative. You're going to do what you want to do. Again, I'll never tell you what to do with yours, right? As long as you don't police mines or what I do over here with mines, I could give two shits and a damn about what you do with yours. But at the same time, I do feel like you don't have to hear what the good doc is or pick up what the good doc is putting down. But at the same time, that is a problem for you. That is a you problem if you allow shit like that to happen. I ain't got nothing for you. So please protect your seed at all costs. All right. If that means remaining a virgin and dealing with Palmelina, y'all know what it is, man. Sometimes you gotta rub one out just to get through. You know, I mean, what do you want me to tell you? If that's what it takes, man, that's what it takes. Right? And again, I'm not really on the stay on your path energy, but that's kind of what it is too. Because a lot of guys get off their path and they deal with bad women and, you know, end up impregnating them. And, you know, you may have had goals and dreams and shit, and you kind of just had that thing do a complete 180 on you. And now you're sitting here looking crazy, wondering where it all went wrong. So the way I see it is you better heed the warning that the good doc puts out. Because yes, I know exactly how fun it can be for the majority of foreigners to deal with foreign women in these foreign countries, man. You hear it all the time from the guys in Brazil. You hear it all the time from the guys in Thailand. Hell, you hear it for all the time from guys in the Philippines about all the funds and their conquest and all the things that they've done and all the excitement that they've had, and they're over here bragging about it, and they just want you to come over and experience it for yourself. Don't be the sucker. Best thing I can tell you, don't be that dude. Don't be that sucker motherfucker. Just don't. Why? Shit, I only want what's best for y'all, man. I do. I want you to have fun, right? The experience itself is one that is unmatched. Throughout everything that I've done in my life, you know, aside from getting my doctorate degree and all that shit, time spent in the, well, that was all included because I got my doctorate in the Philippines. Anyways, it was an all-encompassing experience, right? Best thing that ever happened to me in my life. I owe that one to my father. Shout out to the gang. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have ended up over there unless he was already over there before me. And my brother came, you know, a year before I did to the Philippines as well. So I had a great unit to work with when I first touched down. So, you know, I was able to keep it together. But at the same time, man, I can't tell you what to do with yours. All I can do is ask you to protect yourself. Like they say in boxing matches, make sure you protect yourself at all times, sir. Please do.